This past year, I met Gabriella Miller, a 10-year-old girl who fought so bravely against brain cancer. I first met Gabriella Miller during an awareness campaign in DC for pediatric cancer. She gave this amazing speech of what it was to fight against cancer from the perspective of a 10-year-old girl. And ever since then, it has changed my life forever. She started her own foundation called the Smashing Walnuts Foundation, a non-profit organization that is dedicated to raising awareness and funding for pediatric cancer. Why Smashing Walnuts? Because when she was first diagnosed with cancer, her tumor was the size of a walnut. Whenever she would go in public, she would have a frying pan and walnuts, and she would smash them as a symbol of how she was going to smash cancer. Organizations like the Smashing Walnuts Foundation are started to address a problem that is lurking in our nation today: lack of funding. Federal funding for pediatric cancer research at the National Institutes of Health, the government's leading institution for clinical research, is less than 3%. This is a problem that needs to be addressed. As a student researcher at the National Institutes of Health, I studied pediatric cancer. Time after time, what I realized was that the biggest roadblock to our success in the lab was lack of funding. It was really frustrating because you would see other labs like lung cancer labs, or breast cancer, or prostate cancer, and they had funding readily available simply because these cancers are more in the public's eye compared to pediatric cancer. As a result, they don't receive as much funding as they deserve. I decided to take action. I wanted to show the world that kids get cancer too, and they're worth federal funding just as much as any other cancer is. This past summer, I embarked on a 3,000-mile journey across the United States on my bicycle to raise awareness and funding for pediatric cancer. I just made it to this town called Oldowan, trying to raise as much awareness as possible because I believe that lack of funding comes from lack of awareness for the actual disease. It's not because people don't care, it's just people don't know how to contribute or know what's really going on. So my message behind this project is to just spread the word that kids get cancer too.
Yeah, and you know, it's a shame that it is a lesser known cancer.
I visited children's hospitals along the way to spread a message of hope.
I gotta start right here, so
Texas Children's Hospital in Houston, Texas. You want to say hi?
Hi.
You want to say your name?
My name is
Jacob. Toward the end of my journey, as I was traveling through the desert, I hit a really rough spot. I was out of water, it was really hot, and I was in trouble. And that's the moment that I realized a very significant thing that has stayed with me ever since that day. That no matter how hard things may be on any given day, I personally had the option to make a phone call and quit and go home anytime that I wanted to. But these kids that are fighting against pediatric cancer, they don't quit. They can't quit. And neither could I. I'm gearing up for my next big project, called 24 to Cure. On April 29th, 2014, I'm going to ride this bicycle, the same one used to go across the country, and I'm going to ride for 24 hours straight to raise awareness and funding for pediatric cancer, to symbolize the 24-hour battle that these kids go through when fighting against pediatric cancer. The event will take place at James Madison University, where I'll be converting this bicycle into a stationary, and we'll have 24 hours worth of events and activities to promote awareness and funding for pediatric cancer. The proceeds will go to Smashing Walnuts Foundation in honor of Gabriella Miller, my inspiration behind this project. You may be asking yourselves, why am I doing this? The answer is really simple. If you care enough about something, you fight for it. Because the person sitting next to you may never do anything about it. In order to make this event successful, we are challenging local businesses, companies, organizations, nonprofits, musicians, artists to get involved in any way that they can by asking, how can you join the ride against pediatric cancer? You can donate directly to the cause by following the link to the donation page that is found either on our website or on the Facebook event page. If you can't donate financially to this event, we still need your help. You can help us out by raising awareness for the event itself, by sharing our videos, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and liking our Facebook page. Additionally, you can support our project by visiting our online store at oldowanlife.com and checking out our custom designed shirts, which will also contribute to the cost. It's about time that we unite under one common cause and join the ride against pediatric cancer. How can you join the ride against pediatric cancer?